Welcome. This short video presentation will tell you how to get the best out of the camera and the recorder for the longest recording time. We know a lot of people want to record for as long as possible and take the advantage of these enhanced features. It's always worth remembering that the central DVR is always recording 30, 60 or 90 days and fulfilling that requirement for 90-day storage, because the camera is outputting through its analog outputs the fisheye and the 4 areas of detail, either looking at 4 presets, using 4 tools or a mixture, or intelligently tracking people as they move through the room. But it's always nice to be able to get as much information at the camera using the 360 retrospective PTZ-able archive. There are many different ways that you can set the camera up, and we're going to show you these on screen just now. So you'll quite often hear us talking about 24/7 intelligent video recording that extends the camera's recording. What we're going to do is take you through the different types of recording and how much recording you can get. So first of all, if we highlight the recorder menu and go in here, everything we need is on the first page. The continuous setup allows you to parameterize or set up how the camera's continuous recording, i.e. its 24/7 recording, is happening. The event-based setup allows you to use the camera in tandem with the intelligent video analytics to increase or reduce the frame rate and the resolution to extend your recording time. So if we go into continuous setup, we can see that continuous recording is set to on, so the camera always records, and currently it's recording at the highest frame rate possible in recording, 4 frames per second, and the highest quality, which is 10. Some people often ask us what the quality means. When the camera is at a quality of 10, it's recording at approximately 95% lossless of live image resolution. But when the camera is at a recording quality of 1, it's not simple huge pixels that extend the recording greatly. There is still lots of resolution, and I will show you this a little bit later on. In this mode, the camera will give you around about 5.5 to 6 days worth of recording, worst case scenario, in a typical office environment. Things that will reduce the recording below that will be scenes of high movement or scenes that are very, very dark, so the camera has to compress information harder. But in a typical office environment, you will get 5.5 to 6 days worst case scenario. So how do we get more recording time if we need it? How do we do intelligent 24/7? Well, we can do it like this. We can simply set the rate to 1 frame per second and a quality of 1. That means that the camera is always recording at 1 frame per second at its lowest recording quality. We can then go to event-based setup, and we can say if there's any kind of internal alarm based on the video analytics, so if I'm stealing a jacket, removing a bag, if I've entered the room and are simply walking around, then increase the frame rate to 4 frames per second and the quality to the highest quality. How long will that give us? Well, the camera has a built-in calculator, so we can go into the preview mode and it will now have a look at this entire area, and it says that if continuous recording were on at 4 frames per second and a quality of 10, we'd get around 9.5 days worth of recording in this environment. If I drop the frame rate to 1 and the quality to 1, the camera is sending the information to the recorder, it's storing the information on the drive, and then it's retrieving the information, and it's also analysing as it goes along. And now, as you can see, it's predicting 54 days and 6 hours of 360 retrospective PTZ capability on this device. The recorder actually comes with 400 gigabytes of recording capacity. Now, if we look at the bottom screen, when we're in the preview mode, you can actually see the information being retrieved from the drive and replayed. So this is actually as the camera would look. So as you can see, even at the lowest recording quality of 1, there's still plenty of information. You can still see details on my face, you can still see individual buttons on this keyboard, and if we zoom all of the way out, you can clearly see everything that's going on in this room. And this is when the room is supposed to be empty. of course the quality will increase and the frame rate will increase when someone is in the room, and we can see the difference if we simply have a look over here at this keyboard and my face again, and I go back up and I change the recording quality to 10, you can see, and then if I change it to 1 and 10, you can see the difference. 1, 10, 1, 10. And you can do this for yourself inside with your own camera. So we're just going to return that to 10 and to 4. So that's how you can do intelligent 24/7 recording. But you might decide to use the camera in one of its other modes, which is only to record when there's an event. In this case, you go back to continuous setup and you just turn continuous recording to off. Now the camera will not record continuously, but in event-based setup we can see that triggering on an internal alarm is still on, and we can see that there is both a pre-alarm and a post-alarm buffer. So up to 30 seconds before you even enter the room, the camera will record at your chosen frame rate, and it will increase the quality as soon as you enter the room. That's how you can do event-based only. And also you see here that we can do trigger on external. The camera has 1 alarm output and 4 alarm inputs. So if there is a signal from any of the alarm inputs, from a door or from a window for example, then the camera will also increase its frame rate and quality, and it will record that as well. In that particular case, you can get months and sometimes years worth of recording in that mode. And don't forget, your central DVR is still recording all the time the NTSC signal or PAL signal that's coming from the camera. You can also set a schedule for event-based recording and or for continuous recording separately, and that will double or triple your recording capacity if you set it for 12 hours or only 8 hours recording, for example. And that's how you can change the different recording capacities of the camera. There are also a couple of more advanced features that we can have a quick look at. If we go into advanced and set compression settings, you'll see that we can change a compress mode from quality to size. If you leave the compress mode in size, if the camera needs to work harder, it will then reduce the quality to maintain the duration of the recording. For example, if normally your area is lightly trafficked, but the area you want to monitor then suddenly is hit with 200 or 300 people for a very short burst of time, then the camera can choose to either say, well, I won't give any more quality to that, and maintain the length of recording, or you can say, give more quality to that, but I understand I'll get slightly less recording time. So if you want recording duration, leave it at size. If you want to get the quality of the image, leave it at quality. And that is how you can set up the recording capability of the camera. Thank you.